You tell me, why do you think this applause or these claps are necessary? Why do you think? Motivation and encouragement and satisfaction of whom? Of the speaker. Very good, wonderful. And respect. I should tell you very honestly that all the applause and the claps that you're giving actually is not appreciation, it's a celebration. It's a celebration of all the change that is happening live in this moment. It's a celebration that we are alive and we are witnessing this change in our life. It is not an appreciation for me, it's an appreciation of you, because you sit here and that's why we come here and we address you, right? Wonderful. Now, every night when I go to bed, just 10 minutes before I go to bed, my daughter comes to me and she says, "Daddy, story." She says, "Daddy, story." Now, you understand the pain of a father. How many stories do I bring to my daughter? Our whole daughter's laughing. Even a small attempt to repeat a story, my daughter reminds me, "Daddy, nenane story cheptava?" And I should have a treasure house of stories. Now the question is, when I honestly think, what makes children so interested in stories? Anybody? Any guess? What makes us so interested in stories? Characters and theme of the story, interest, visuals. Wonderful. I should tell you that storytelling is the only art that our educational system should revive right away. Storytelling was the first form of teaching. Agree with me or not? Storytelling, I understand repeatedly, storytelling is the one skill, storytelling is the one art that all of us must be understanding and all of us must be spending some time to learn about. In the month of April this year, I was in Mumbai, training on a training project, and with another renowned trainer from Mumbai. And here's what he said to me one evening after a training project. He said, "Ranjan garu," he speaks Telugu as well, he is from Odisha. And he said, "Ranjan garu, it's very easy to do what we are doing here in Mumbai." Listen to this carefully. It's very easy to do what we are doing here in Mumbai once you know what you intend to do and you have the right contacts here in Mumbai. What surprises me is the magnitude of difference that Sri Gampa Nageshwara Garu is making in the state of Andhra Pradesh. He said, it's very easy to do what we are doing over here in Mumbai when you know what you want to do and when you have the right contacts. But I'm surprised at the magnitude of difference that Sri Gampa Nageshwara Garu is making in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And here's the biggest evidence of his decision, determination, and dedication. Impact at 20 years. Wow. What a magical journey it must have been for thousands and thousands of learners like you and hundreds of speakers and trainers like me. The very reason you are here today, I should remind you, the very reason you are here today, you have proved yourself different from all the thousands who did not have the courage to be here or simply were not lucky enough. To be here, you need to have courage in your hearts because change is not for the cowards. To be here, you need to have courage in your heart because change is not for the conformists. To be here, you need to have change. You need to have courage in your heart because change is not for the weak-hearted. Give yourself a big round of applause. Give yourself a big round of applause. This is celebration of change beginning right away. Long ago, in the city of Varanasi, there lived a saint. And people considered him wise man. People would go to him for advice and suggestions. And one fine morning, a young man who has spent much, invested much, but got little results, went to him and asked, "Tell me, O Swamiji, how do I get the best results for what all I do? Tell me, O Swamiji, how do I get the best results for what all I do?" And the Swamiji answered, "Dear son, anything that is bought or sold," now listen to this, pay attention. "Anything that is bought or sold has no value unless it contains something that is beyond selling and buying." Anything that is bought or sold has no value unless it contains something that cannot be bought or sold. So look for the priceless ingredient. He said, look for the priceless ingredient. Since yesterday, most of the speakers who came here, and even Yangamuri sir when he was here, and even squadron leader Jaisima sir when he was here, there was one common question that everybody was asking: what do you want in life? What do you want in life? And most of the boys and girls, they said only one word. That was, I hope you remember, what was that? Success. They said success. And to me this reminds you, or to me I feel like calling you as success warriors. Everybody at this age wants to be successful in life. Even I wanted to be. And not knowing how to define my own success. Today, after years, when I see you sitting here, I see you as success warriors. And here's what Bruce Lee had to say. About what is a success warrior. I said, a success warrior is an average man with a laser-like focus. A success warrior is an average man with a laser-like focus. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. How to build a laser-focused mind. How to build a laser-focused mind. Now before I take you into the 6 steps of building a laser-focused mind, I hope you would like to listen to this. In the chilly winter of 1997, I felt an intense desire. Are you understanding my language comfortable? In the chilly winter of 1997, I felt an intense desire to renounce my family, to leave my family and to become a monk, a sannyasi. I felt an intense desire to experience the spiritual bliss. I sought the permission of my parents and I said, I'm not feeling like continuing in a householder life. I would like to experience a spiritual life. And with some permission, the very next day, I found myself at Sri Ramakrishna Math, Hyderabad. Once I went there, I was initiated by the 13th World President of Sri Ramakrishna Order, Swami Sri Ranganathananda. And then I started my life as a brahmachari in Sri Ramakrishna Math. Now this was really different for me. This was really great for me. I was doing what I was loving to do, experiencing spiritual bliss. Well, some days I would meditate for hours, some days I would read for hours, sometimes in the rain, sometimes in the sun. And one fine morning, I was summoned by the then President, Swami Sri Paramarthananda, and the Vice President of R.K. Math, Hyderabad, Swami Sri Srikantananda. They both called me and they said, Ranjan, we are extremely pleased to see you so intensely desired into the spiritual life. It's good. we are happy about it that someone at this age is so focused on a spiritual life. But somehow, deep down, we feel that you aren't still ready for a monk's life. Somehow, deep down we feel that you aren't still ready for a monk's life. And then what they would tell me next would hit me like a thunderbolt. And they said, we would want you to go back, join your family, experience the spiritual life in the material life. But this was not what I was prepared to hear. And this was not I was prepared to listen, because I left my parents to become a monk, and the monk's family says that please go and join back your family. This wasn't what I was prepared. And the very next day, I returned home. The very next morning, I had this one question. I had this one question which stared in my eyes and said, what is that one thing? What is that one thing, if you learn, you can experience life till the last drop of life evaporates? What is that one thing, if you learn sincerely, you can experience life till the last drop of life evaporates? Have you ever thought to yourself, what's the most significant question that you ask yourself every morning? And then a little kind of transformation started in me. After a few years, while I was living with my family, after a few years, I went back again to Sri Ramakrishna Math. But this time, not as a monk, this time, not as a brahmachari. I went down like you as a participant to listen. I sat there in that audience. And this was a program going on personality development and mind management. I was listening to a hypnotist. Honestly speaking, I don't remember who he was, but he was a hypnotist. And after his talk, while he was walking away, I just went to him and I gave a handshake. I said, sir, my name is Ranjan and I would like to have your contact number. He said, what will you do with my contact number? Sir, I said, I will call you. He said, why will you call me? Sir, I'll come to you. He said, why will you come to me? Sir, I said, I want to become like you. And you know what he said? You will never come to me. He said, you will never come to me. You will not even call me. And that's why I am not going to give you my number. I was shocked. I was shocked because I was not prepared to listen this from a senior hypnotist. And he meant something when he said this. He said, you are not going to come. I said, why? Because thousands of people have come here. Thousands of people have taken my number. Nobody has ever called. And you will also not call. I said, sir, maybe you don't give me your number. Maybe I am not able to call you. But one day I will see you. One day I will become like you. Because this is my heart says that this is what I am born for. This is my purpose. And I am going to be where you are today. And this is where I am today. You know who deserves? You know who deserves? The program deserves impact. Impact is the biggest evidence to show you that people change. People really change. Motivational talks really make an impact. Now, as you are growing curious into what exactly are those 6 steps which can take you, which can help you build really a laser-focused mind. I should tell you before I take you into that, I should tell you there are 2 sides to this theory. Like the 2 sides of your coin, heads and tails. The head side of this process has something to do with your attitude. And the tail side of the process has something to do with the technique. And now I should tell you, be it graphology, be it technology, be it science, be it any skill in this world, techniques keep on changing. Agree with me? Techniques always keep on changing. You don't use the same reading skills which were used 20 years ago. You don't use the same technology which you used 20 years ago. The techniques keep on changing. What doesn't change is the spirit in you, is the attitude in you. And that's why today I've come here with 6 different principles, or I should call it the steps. 6 steps of the attitudinal side, which are universal and which will help you, me, and anyone build a laser-focused mind. The first one, the 6 steps to build a laser-focused mind. Now remember, I told you these are not techniques. These are not techniques. These are the parts of the head side, and these are something to do with your attitude. The first one, create a bigger purpose in life. Create a bigger purpose in life. Why did I say bigger? I could have said big purpose. I could have said big purpose in life. I could have said you start thinking big, but I said create a bigger purpose in life. I have to tell you an example here, because most of your students also. I should share an example with you, a real life story that just happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Infosys was conducting an interview at Visakhapatnam. And a group had been invited from Kolkata, where I was part of that group, and we were conducting mock interviews. And during the mock interviews, you all understand better who comes. The people who are serious about it, yes. The people who are serious for preparation, they come. And we had a student who came here, who had not shaved, and he sat very rudely in front of the mock interviewers, and the mock interviewers asked him, he hadn't shaved even, and the mock interviewers asked him, do you know that today you had to face the mock interview? He said, yes. Okay. So, are you serious about interviews? He said, yes. Okay. Do you know that you haven't shaved? He said, yes. Oh, then why didn't you shave? Now here comes the real story. Why did you shave? And he says that. Wonderful answer. You will laugh if you see. Sir, actually, I am from Vizag. He says, actually, I am from Vizag. And Vizag was hit by hudud. And Vizag was hit by hudud, so there are no barber shops. So there are no barber shops, that's why I haven't shaved. Wonderful answer. This is a mock interview. And the interviewer asked, okay, now what's the cost of this use and throw razor? He says, 10 rupees probably. Okay. Do you have 10 rupees? He says, of course, yes, I have. Okay. Then why could not you use that, go back home, and last night you could have shaved and today you could have come fresh? And now he says another wonderful answer. He says, sir, actually, due to the trainings we are undergoing, by the time we reach home, it's about 7 o'clock in the night. And by the time we reach 7 o'clock, due to hudud, there is no power supply. There is no electricity, that's why it's dark, and that's why I haven't got shaved. And then this interview, wow, this is a wonderful candidate, I shouldn't leave him. And he says, okay, now do you have candles? Yes. Okay. And you could have put a candle and you could have shaved. He says, after 7 o'clock, my mummy does not allow me to shave. Imagine that, a young boy, a young graduate, final year B.Tech graduate saying that, you know what is that showing? He says, no purpose. Do you understand that he has no purpose? Yes, he has a purpose. He has a purpose. You know what? Wasting time, wasting life, wasting energy, wastage of a colossal wastage of youth energy. That also is a purpose. Man is a goal-chasing mechanism. Remember this. Man is a goal-chasing mechanism. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, you do have purpose. It's you to decide what's your purpose. The first and the foremost step is create a bigger, meaningful purpose for your life. The mission that you have, the purpose that you have should work like a straw out of which you suck up all your attention, all your energy. That is the purpose of a mission. A 9-year-old young boy, a 9-year boy, while he was going to school, he found some boys playing outdoors and helping in the agricultural farms with their parents. And when he returned from school, he again saw some kids again helping with the parents in the farms. He went to his mama and he said, Mama, why don't these kids go to school? Why do I go to school? And the mama said, because I can afford your education, the mothers of those kids cannot afford their education. And you know what this child said? I am going to do something about these. He said, I am going to do something about these. He did not remain silent. He took action. He took charge. He said, I am going to do something about these people and make my life meaningful. When was he saying that? At an age of 9. At an age of 9. Remember, what were you doing at age 9? What was I doing at age 9? We would be interested in playing games, outdoor games, movies, hanging around with our street mates, hanging around with our family. But this 9-year-old boy, he decided, he chose to do something, and he started an outdoor school. He started an outdoor school. Remember, at the age of 9, he continued. You know what the magic is? He says, education for all is the mission of my life. Education for all is the purpose of my life. Education for all is the meaning of my life. The great thing is, he still is a student, but has been declared as the world's youngest headmaster, Babar Ali. We need to be proud of these people being from this country, being from our country. Create a mission for yourself. Create a meaningful purpose for your living. Create a celebration of your life. That's the first and the foremost step that you can do to build a laser-focused life. Well, after you have created a bigger purpose for your life, what should be the second step that can help you build a laser-focused mind? The second one is get consumed by your dream. I say, most people have bigger purposes. Every time I ask a young person, what's your goal? What do you want to do in a life? I can hear the youth people saying, sir, I have a goal. I have a dream. Have you got it written? Yes, I have written. Where is it? In my diary. What's the deadline? I have a deadline. Wonderful. But do you have the spirit to get consumed by your dream? Imagine a volcano. Imagine a volcano inside. Imagine a volcano erupting from inside and swallowing you as a whole. Imagine a volcano erupting from inside and consuming you as a whole. That must be the consumption of yourself. You don't exist anymore. You don't exist anymore. Your dream exists. That's called as getting consumed by a dream. A 11-year-old boy, a 11-year young boy, standing in front of a statue of a defense personnel who died at a height of 26,000 feet in an Indian military expedition. He said, what happened to this guy? Somebody said he was going on to the Mount Everest and he passed away. And this guy decided, I am going to reach to the top of the Mount Everest. 11-year-old boy. 11-year-old boy saying that I am going to reach to the top of this Mount Everest, I am going to step onto the Mount Everest and I am going to prove that it's possible. The dream grew intense day by day. The dream grew powerful day by day. But this person was not to admit defeat. He said, no barrier. He said, no barrier is as as big as my desire to reach the top of the Mount Everest. He kept on inspiring himself. He kept on inspiring others. And you know what's the result? He just did not go on to Mount Everest. He became the world's fastest summiteer. In 172 days, he went to the top of the 17. He went on to the top of the... This person just did not stop at being here. And this person became the first person in the world to conquer the 7 highest peaks in the world, Malli Mastan Babu. How many times, how many times I come across this said, sir, what's your barrier? Lack of money. They said, lack of money. How many times you must have faced this in your heart, in your mind? You want to do something big. You have a dream to achieve. You have a desire to do something big. And you say, lack of money is a big barrier. Well, here's Malli Mastan Babu, born in a poor fisherman family. He was the first child in his whole family to visit the school. He did not have money to pay to his coach. He said, I don't have money to pay my coach, so let me be my coach. Do you still have a money problem? Or is it an attitudinal problem? Do you still have a money problem? Or it's a question of your intensity of your desire? Do you still have a money problem? Or is it a question of whether you have got consumed by your dream? That's the spirit which he had. Somebody asked him once, Mastan Babu, why do you always travel alone? Mastan Babu had a habit. He used to go wherever he used to go alone. And somebody asked him one day, Mastan Babu, why do you go alone? You know what the reply he gave? Because nobody can match my speed. Because nobody can match my pace. That's Mastan Babu. No, wow, amazing confidence. What was the secret of confidence? Any technique? Absolutely no. The only secret behind his laser-focused mind and the laser-focused life was he got consumed by his dream. And finally, sadly, the dream consumed him. Give a big round of applause for Malli Mastan Babu. He opened our eyes, he awakened us to the real potential that we hold within ourselves. He got consumed by his dream, and that's why even before he died away, even before he passed away, he said, I have put my feet on Mount Everest. That's the secret number 2. Get consumed by your dream. And once you have created a bigger purpose for your life, once you have got consumed by your dream, what next? The next is build a powerful inner vision. Build a powerful inner vision. It's not same as a dream, I should tell you. Build a powerful inner vision. A just born baby was diagnosed of an incurable disease. A just born baby was diagnosed of an incurable disease, and the doctors came to their parents and said, we could not help. And the doctors said, we are really sorry. We could not help the baby. The baby has lost its vision. The baby has lost its vision. But this baby was not some baby to admit defeat. He said, maybe I have lost my vision, but I have opened my inner vision. This baby was special. This baby was a gift. And he said, I am going to open my inner vision. It was very sad for the parents when they saw the baby, and the baby had no eyes. The baby had no vision. But this baby was not like any other baby. It said, I have my inner vision so powerful, I will prove you all wrong. And it went to school. And it went to school. But the problem was that every time it would go to school, every time the baby would go to school, everybody would say, you are blind. Every time the baby would go to school, somebody would say, you are blind, you cannot take any interest in science or technology. The teacher will say, you are blind, we cannot teach you, we cannot help you develop interest in science or technology. And this child would say something to itself inside. This child would say, I have an inner vision so bright. I have an inner vision so bright, I can prove you all wrong. And today, he is studying in Stanford University. Karthik Soni, he says that IITs did not have an opportunity for me. I have created an opportunity at Stanford University. What was the secret of this? The secret was not any technique, because he had built a powerful inner vision. So once you have created a bigger purpose in life, you got consumed by your dream, you built a powerful inner vision, the next thing is master the fundamentals. Absolutely, master the fundamentals. How many of you love cricket? Super. Now imagine for a second. I know cricket is a religion in our country. It's almost a religion in our country. Now tell me, imagine for a second your favorite cricketer or any of your favorite world-class sports person. Sachin, let us talk about Sachin, the god of cricket for most cricket lovers. Sachin, the god of cricket for most cricket lovers. What makes him so brilliant at his game? What makes him so brilliant at his game? Is it just his passion? Is it just the time he spent on the ground practicing? What makes him so special? I should tell you, something that makes him so special is not the complex moves that he made. What makes him special is the practice of the fundamentals repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly that he spent hours on the ground doing. It is not the complex moves that make you great. It is the simple moves. It are the fundamentals that repeatedly done make you a master. Now you have only two questions to ask. First thing, what is the one subject you would like to master? What is the one skill you would like to build? What is the one talent you would like to develop? If this is your first question, the only second question is, what are the fundamentals? What are the fundamentals? Catch hold of the fundamentals. Get confident. Repeatedly doing the fundamentals. That's the secret of mastery. It's not the complex moves. Now once you have, let's say, you have created a bigger purpose for your life, you have got consumed with your dream, you have built a powerful inner vision, and you know the secret is now in your pocket. You have to master the fundamentals. What's the next step? What's the next step? The question in your mind must be, where do I get the fundamentals for everything? Where do I get the fundamentals for all the subjects that I need? Where do I get the fundamentals for all the world-class things that I would like to do? I should tell you only one place. I should tell you there is only one place in this world where you find all the fundamentals. You know where? It's the master. It's the master. Find out the master in that field. Find out the world-class expert in that field. Find out the world-class player of cricket. Find out the world expert in your subject. Observe them, observe them, observe them. One master, one talk, one speech, one program can be as big as the message of 100 books. Agree with me? And that's where you get all the secrets of fundamentals. It's not in the books, it's in the presence of masters. Catch hold of that master. You know, long back I read from Swami Shivananda Saraswati's book from Rishikesh. I read in it one statement. I remembered it forever. It says that in India, 100 gurus cannot create one disciple. In India, 100 gurus cannot create one disciple, but one disciple can create 100 gurus. That's the power of being a learner. That's the power of being a disciple in you. Learn from the masters. The presence of masters is something that's going to give you more than any book. Find out. You want to be a world-class cricketer, you want to be a world-class musician, you want to be a world-class classical dancer, you want to be a world-class chess champion, whatever it be. The question is, where is the world-class expert? Where is your master? Who's your role model? What has he done? Become like an eagle. Become like an eagle, focused on him. Observe, observe, observe every move of that master. That's the secret of learning. I would like to show you a small video. I would like to show you a small video which is based on a true story. A young boy. Just pause it. Just pause it. A young boy, just a few months before his championship, lost his, he met with a bike accident and shattered his leg. Everybody said, including the master, said, don't come back again for this competition. You will lose your leg forever. Don't come back again for this competition. I tell you, you will lose this leg forever because we have put a steel rod in it. He said, a steel rod in my leg is not as powerful as a dream in my heart. And he said, I'm going to come back, master. Do you have faith in me? He asked the master, do you have faith in me? And the master said, I do have faith in you, but I care for you. He said, you care for me, then have faith in me. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back again. And he said, this performance might not exactly be the performance, but this is based on a true story. I would love you to listen to view. Since yesterday, most of the people who have come here, they have tried to convey you everything that is possible within themselves to tell you the secret of success, And I too am going to share with you something that's going to be worthy. As good as my whole talk. By the end of the talk, I'll share it in just one sentence. The question is, are you willing to change? The question is, when you have come here, I told you in the very beginning of my talk, that when you have come here, the very point that you are here, you have proved yourself different from all the thousands who did not have the courage to come here or weren't simply lucky enough. The point is, declare to the world, yes, I can be better. Say along with me, yes, I can be better. I can be better. That's the declaration. It's not a declaration. It's not a declaration. It's a celebration of your being here. And the question I always ask, now what after? Now, in this whole talk, once you have created a bigger purpose in life, you have got consumed by your dream, you have built a powerful inner vision, and you have mastered the fundamentals by observing the masters. The last secret, the last step of actually remaining focused for your whole life. You buy a bike. What do? You take it for maintenance every 2 months or 3 months. You take a car. What do? You take it to its doctor every 2 months. What is the reason for that? The reason is, deep down, we believe that every machine needs a break time. Every machine, when I say, I also mean our body. Our body also needs a break time. Our body also needs a time to replenish its energies, physical energy, mental energy, spiritual energy. And what is that one thing that can help you replenish your physical, your mental, and your spiritual energies? I should tell it, being thankful. How many times a day do we say thank you to somebody? How many times a day we forget to say a thank you to somebody? Being thankful, be thankful for all the speakers that have walked into your life. Be thankful for that you are here. Be thankful for all the books that have walked into your life. Be thankful for the parents who have walked into your life. Be thankful for the life that has come into your life. And being thankful takes your state of mind from I don't have to I have this. Thank you, God, I got good teachers. Thank you, God, I got to attend this program. Thank you, God, I got wonderful parents. Thank you, God, I got wonderful teachers. Thank you, God, I got wonderful friends. And when you say thank you, you actually take your state of mind from a state of lack to a state of abundance. That's when you start relaxing from inside. And that's when you ensure that your success, your focus continues forever. Take time to replenish your energy. Go for a meditation. Go for a long ride. Go for yoga. Go for a hangout with your friends. Go to a movie alone. Go spend time with your family. Spend time with your loved ones. Spend time reading a wonderful book. Spend time with your kids. Spend time with your parents. You don't need any special yoga for this. You don't need any special book for this. You just need time to be with yourself. You should know when to focus. You should also know when to defocus. Now that you have created a bigger purpose in your life, you have got consumed with your dream, you have built a powerful inner vision, you know that you have to master the fundamentals. You know that the fundamentals are with the masters. So I have to focus on the masters, I have to observe the masters. And you also know that you have to sometimes defocus and replenish your energies. You have got the 6 attitudinal steps that can help you build a laser-focused mind like that of a Bruce Lee. Thank yourself for being here. Thank you for allowing us to be addressing you. And the question I always ask in my talks is one question before I tell you. No change is possible unless you are willing to change. I repeat, no change is possible unless you are willing to change. My question to you is, are you willing to change? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to change? Thank you so much for Impact. Thank you so much for the Rotary Group. And thank you so much, Vijayawada. Thank you so much.